first course home unit, there's not course material that you have to work through in there. That's just general course features. Then we have these 7 units that you'll work through right here. Then this resources unit, which there aren't any particular assignments you have to complete in the resources unit, but there are a variety of videos and handouts that you might find helpful. And then down here at the bottom we have the final exam. Now when I click on it today, it will open so I can walk through the course with you, but these units will be locked so that you move through them sequentially. So once you complete Unit 1 and take the quiz, then Unit 2 will unlock and you'll be able to access it. So even though when I click on them today in this video, you'll be able to see what's in them, as you're working through the course, you'll need to work through and complete each unit before the next one becomes available to you. So let's take a look at this first unit then, Words Often Confused. This one will be open and unlocked and you can look at it. And every unit front page will look similar, tell you the name of the unit and the checklist and objectives. So here, for each of these topics, like I said, you'll complete a reading, a presentation, a discussion, and an assignment for each of these topics. So here we have 2 word lists for Words Often Confused, Word List 1 and Word List 2. And then we'll look at using apostrophes, both with contractions and possessives, and then we'll look at some spelling things. So once you've worked through these 5 topics, then you will come down and take the Unit 1 quiz, and there's a period of days that you have available to you to take that quiz within. So let's look at this first introductory one, Making Mistakes in the Point of Grammar. Here, this one you will work through, read these first introductory pages in your textbook, and we'll work through the presentation. There will be a YouTube video posted here that will guide you through learning how to navigate Prezi presentations, and then you'll work on the discussion question and then complete the assignment. So the discussion questions for each of these topics, you will come over here to one discussion room. All right, so for topics 1.1 for 1.7, you'll come over to this one discussion room. Here, talk a little bit about advantages and disadvantages of online discussions. Go back up and look at that in a moment, but first, point out here that under each of these topics, you need to make sure that you click on the topic you need. So for this first topic, Making Mistakes in the Point of Grammar, that one is the one that will default to opening. So here is the question you need to answer. Describe one of your own grammatical hazards and what is one error you know that you frequently make when writing. And then respond to at least 2 of your classmates. And you can respond to your classmates by offering them hints. If maybe one of the errors that they make is a strength that you have, use that strength to help give your classmates a tip with one of their weak points, vice versa. So then when you complete that topic and you're moving on to the next one, then you'll still come to this same discussion room over here, but then you will click on the next discussion topic. So the top of the page will look the same, you'll scroll down, and then you'll see the discussion question for that topic that you've just clicked on. So that's important. Make sure that when you come to the discussion room, you make sure that you are looking at the correct topic. And so you can double check yourself by seeing if that's the one with the indent, seeing if the name of the topic you're on is right there, and if the question generally makes sense for that topic. So just want to double check. Let's go back up here and look at some things relating to online discussions in general. So these are conversations. They aren't live auditory conversations, though you'd have in a classroom, but they're still conversations. So you want to think about some of the advantages and disadvantages. So in an online classroom, one of the advantages is that you have time to think about your response. So, maybe you're someone who in a class discussion, it's hard to participate sometimes because you need more time to think about what you have to say. Responding instantly, it's hard to think of what you want to say, and maybe after class later that afternoon you think of what you would have liked to say. In an online class, you have that kind of time to wait. So just because you log in and see someone posted something, you don't instantly have to respond that moment. You want to try and be somewhat prompt, try and respond within a day at least, but you can take a few hours if you want to think about your response. You can reword it many times before you publicly post it. One of the disadvantages is then that you have to wait for people to reply to you. So maybe you make a post, you're really excited to see what other people have to say, and then you have to wait half a day or a day to see what people have to say, and that can be frustrating to have to wait that long. But just remember, you're talking to people, right? So be respectful. If you feel upset by a comment, take advantage of that time. Don't reply immediately when you're still upset. And I will be logging in and checking on the discussions frequently to help moderate them. And then right down here is just a note again about the topics, making sure that you are on the appropriate topic before posting your response.